Hello, I hope you like this video and I hope you watch the end because there's something good waiting for you at the end, and I hope you will listen to me and understand. But listen, if you don't watch the video to the end, you never know what may start for you. Maybe there's a surprise for you, maybe there is a gold for you, maybe there's a present for you, and you don't know. Because when you watch video 2 minutes, 2 minutes, you don't know what is going on, and that is why you miss out. So I want to talk about this. There's something which goes on life which makes people to feel disappointed, and sometimes you feel like you're not worthy anything and you don't want something to go on in little while, and you feel like, oh my God, what should I do about this thing I'm going through right now? And the thing is, you cannot trust anybody in this life. Trusting somebody can make your life miserable too, and too much secret. Opening your secret to somebody too much is also a problem for many people right now. So I want to tell you, and I want to give you a good advice. If you're listening to this, let me tell you, there's nobody who can keep your secret no matter what. There's no secret for two people. Even if you tell your friend, I'm telling you this, and don't tell anybody. The moment you say don't tell anybody, then you open them to share the story to other people. You may tell somebody your deepest secret, thinking you're telling your friend who will not spread rumors around. And then, boom, you hear it coming back to you from another different person. That is very disappointing. So I want to talk about relationships. And listen, I've been in the relationship, and I know what type of relationship people can have and they last. Some relationships last long, some don't last. Some marriage lasts long, some marriage don't last. It depends who built the house. You know, the Bible says a woman will build a house, and a foolish woman will tear it apart in a minute. So the house or the family or the marriage is built with women. Women are the one who keeps the marriage strong. Otherwise, if you don't do that and wait the man to do all the things and to keep the marriage strong, you are wrong. That is not what is going on. And if you go to marriage counselor, they will tell you that a woman is supposed to keep the marriage working, because that is what it deserves. Yes, and don't tell me, oh, because my husband is cheating on me. There's something you're doing that you makes your husband go cheat. If you look at it very carefully, there's something you do that makes your husband cheat on you. There's something you do that makes your husband come home and don't talk to you the whole day and all night. You sleep in the other room and you still you have a master bedroom for yourself. And then you don't wanna, what is going on? Why my husband is not talking to me? Listen, women are the one who build the marriage. You build your marriage by yourself. You build your relationship by yourself. So women, sit down and listen. It doesn't matter what kind of woman you are, what white or black, you need to understand. These men, they need to be treated like children. They are actually children. They do things like children. Whatever they do, if you don't forgive them and move on, then you have a problem in your marriage. So they can do many stuffs, but the thing is, if you listen to good advice to the whole people who have been together for many years, they'll tell you, it's not that we are perfect, but we understand we cannot go to bed angry for each other. That relationship matters. If you can plan to get divorced and say this marriage is not working, but as the moment you decide you want to divorce, let me tell you, there's no perfect man out there. There's no perfect woman out there. It's understanding each other and having a good communication between yourself make that marriage last. If you don't have communication and you understand the partner very well, there is a problem in your marriage. And if you want to start marriage thinking you want to change that person, there is a problem in that marriage. If you marry that person because you wanted him to save you from your poverty, from the situation you are going through, and you didn't want him as a husband or as a wife, there is a problem in that marriage. And that marriage will not last for a long time because you didn't put that effort of love. And let me tell you, women or men, nobody was born loving another. We always marry strangers. We all marry strangers and we never thought you can marry these strangers. So don't tell me that, oh, I cannot love him. I fell in love with another man. Oh, I was in love with the ex person. That's the person I love. No. As long as you sleep in the same bed, you can make love work. You can make it work. You can appreciate the marriage or the person you are married to. You have to appreciate the somebody who sleep beside you. Somebody you see each and every day. That is the person you should appreciate all days of your life. Because the moment you see the other person and say, I'm not in love with you anymore, let me tell you, that marriage is not going to work. Even if you go out here and marry another man, it will be the same. You feel like, oh, I don't love you anymore. Because that is you, the way you are personally. You need to change that kind of relationship. You need to change that kind of behavior inside you, because it makes somebody feel like it makes it not work at all. It doesn't work that way. It works when you appreciate the person you married. No matter how old they are, no matter they are rich or poor, appreciate that person. And don't tell me this is a evil person, this is a bad person. You make that person the way he is. The way you're nagging, the way you do things makes that relationship not work. Makes that man not appreciate you, makes that woman not appreciate you. But the moment you appreciate each other and make that marriage work, because you said I do. The moment you said I do, you're committed to the person you married to. No matter it's love, no matter it's not love, no matter it's contract, you need to make it work. And you need to understand you cannot change a person to whoever you want them to be. And you cannot be somebody. You cannot have a marriage like somebody else. That just makes people go wrong each and every time. They want to be like so and so. They want their marriage to work so and so. But you don't know what they go through when they go to bed. You don't know what they do when they close the doors. You don't know what to do in behind cameras. Because some people, I heard a story of a woman who was killed by her husband, and he was posting the lovely family all the time, but soon, boom, the wife was killed. And people were wondering, I see them every day. How can they have problems? Some people hide their problems, they put it in the bedroom, they put their problems, or they go out of the door, they don't having the differences. But when they come back home, the problems begin. So as you're there and you're married, it doesn't matter. You don't say you don't love this man anymore. You have the one to appreciate the man you are married to and the woman you are married to. And that makes the marriage work. That is what makes the marriage work. We are not perfect. We make mistakes, but that doesn't mean you don't work on your marriage. You have to keep working on your marriage to last long, because that is the only thing you can understand. You don't say, I don't want you anymore. You're not the love of my life. I don't love you. I married you because of this, blah, blah. That is the thing you should stop doing as a married woman. The moment you say that I do to that man or the woman, remember that is your husband, that is your wife. And you should make it work no matter how it is. No matter the type of person you marry to, make it work. And if there's something wrong, you have to change it and say you have to do something about it. You have to sit down and talk. Before things go worse, talk about it and make a decision of your problems. Yes, some marriages, they have no problems. Some marriages have problems. There's some things you cannot change as a married couples. There's some things you see you cannot tolerate. I don't say you stay I'm not saying you stay in bad relationship. You stay in a violence relationship, in violence, somebody is not appreciating you. No, I'm talking to those people who understand who they married to. The one who take advantage of another person because they take them sweet. That is the person I'm talking about. That is the man and the woman I'm talking about. Please appreciate them. Treat them as the king and queens in your house. Don't see that woman there and say, I want that woman. Don't see the shape of the body and say, you want that woman. The shape of the body is not it's not the same as the art, the way you're feeling the art. That is what most important things you should understand. Don't veer it to your wife because you have seen somebody else there. You want to make this one go and so you can marry that one. You are making the biggest mistake of your life if you do that. Just appreciate what you have in the house as a husband, as a wife. Appreciate that man you married to. Don't look, you want to make variance, you want to beat him all the time, you want to beat her all the time, you want to quarrel all the time. Make room, make room to make understanding. That's why there's more problems. People are fighting, people are variance because they don't appreciate the people they married to. And that's why there's more divorces, there's more fighting, there's more killing because people have not understood each other. They have not put that effort of understanding themselves and marriage should work. Yeah, every married couple should sit down and talk. And if you're the man and you're variance, you should say, why am I doing this to my wife? Why my wife is crying every day? The mother of my children. Why am I doing to my wife like this? Change. Make a marriage work. Stop finding something which is you make worse than it is. The wife you married her. Why should you make it problem? Why would you fight each other every day? And you can sit down and talk like grown-up people who can talk and say, we need to work about our marriage. Sit and talk. As a wife, stop nagging, stop shouting, stop doing things which is making your husband angry. Stop making things your husband will not sleep at home at night because you shouted, you did so stupid things that made the husband not come home. Stop, because you know the source of problem. Nobody can know what goes behind the closed doors about a wife and a husband. Let me tell you, don't judge people because they are saying this, so the husband was this, my wife was this. You never know what they does behind the closed doors. So don't judge people because you see what they does. There's something going on in their family and they don't telling people about. So married couple, they sleep in the same bed. They have been together for many years or 1 year or 2 years. They have been in a relationship for some time now. And you think they are not going well. There's something fishy and there's something wrong with one of them. So if you are the one who is a problem, try to solve your problem. Because otherwise, it's not going to work. Even if you marry another one, you married 4, 5, 6, and it never worked. If it didn't work with the first one, it will not work with the second one. So, as I finish this, I want to tell you, I'm trying to run, and I want to teach you at the same time. So you can understand that you have to appreciate your marriage, take care of your marriage, love your partner, and treat them well. And you live long and happy. And that's what I can tell you today. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm so happy that you watched to this point. I hope to see you soon, and have a nice time, and keep your marriage busy and keep marriage working. Work on this marriage. Work on it no matter what. And keep that fire burning for love.